Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I apologize. It's like I'm always late. It's like it's always some kind of difficulties. But guess what? We push through difficulties. We push difficulties with our foreheads. Like we literally just go through like bulls in a china shop when difficulties arise. So perfect, gateway for what I'm going to be talking about today, which is personal development. So let me just make sure you guys can hear me and see me. Let me check out the YouTube room. For those of you who were waiting for me in the webinar room, I think there was an issue. So it looked as if the video wouldn't play. But before I get started, since I am here on YouTube, I wanted to kind of go on Instagram as well. Before I get started, what I want you all to do is hit the subscribe button, okay? This is my new YouTube channel, which I'm going to be growing. So I have my other YouTube channel. Hopefully you all are subscribers of that channel, but I also have this new channel, okay? Which this channel is gonna be all about personal development. Let me just go live here on Instagram. So, let's get this popping just like that. And let's get it going. All right, Instagram is on here. I got YouTube here. I just want to welcome everyone to the broadcast. I'm going to be talking about personal development tonight, your journey to personal development. So let me, as you guys pop on, just say hello to me in the chat if you can. Just say hello, hello, hello. All right, I'm seeing the hearts. Awesome, awesome. All right, beautiful. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. So I got Instagram here, and I also have YouTube. Awesome. Let me put Instagram over here. Perfect. All right, beautiful. All right, so let's talk about personal development. Uh-oh, sorry, YouTube. my phone just dropped. Let me see if I can prop you guys up here. I apologize. I don't have my thing here. All right, here we go. I think that's good. Beautiful. All right, let me just make sure you guys can hear me. Yep. All right, perfect. All right, let's talk about personal development, shall we? Now, if you were on my Facebook page earlier, Danielle K. Howell 1, Facebook, you heard me talk about personal development, right? How important it is to engage in personal development every single day. Once you engage in personal development, you don't want to stop. And this is what we're going to talk about today. You don't want to stop. You want to continue going and going and going. It's just like everything else in your life, everything else in your world. Because when you continue to dive into personal development, you are going to grow. You're going to grow personally. You're going to grow spiritually. You're going to grow mentally. You can even get physically strong. Why? Because with personal development, you're going to understand that all the stuff is connected. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. It's all connected, and it's up to you to grow this stuff. It's up to you because nobody else is going to do it for you, okay? So this is what I want to impart on you all, and I want you all to, if you're on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. Please like this video, all right? And I'm going to share some personal experiences with you all, and hopefully you all can share some experiences with me down below in the chat, okay? Just share with me some things. Share with me the books that you've read. Share with me your first personal development mentor. Share with me this stuff, because once you put it out there in the universe, once you put it out there in the ethers, everything comes back to you 100-fold. That's what I believe. Okay, so let's get started. So what is personal development? How can you be on a personal development journey? Well, it all starts with that first word, desire. Desire. Everybody has a desire to do something. Now, all your desires may not be aligned with what you should be doing, but you have a desire to some extent. And so you need to understand that your desire is going to determine what you get out. And so on this webinar, this web class or workshop, you want to desire that you become better. So I'm going to give you a little mantra, okay? A little mantra that you can use that will help you on this journey. This mantra is this: every day and in every way, I am getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Now, right now, your brain may say, oh, no, you're not getting better. You're the same person you were last night. You're the same person that you were last week. But But I'm going to tell you, if you start to tell yourself that, and you start to feel it, and you start to believe it, and then you start to take what? Action, right? Action. That's what people miss up. Like, I've been saying it, Danielle. I've been saying every day I'm getting better, but you're not taking the right action. So what is the right action? On my Facebook Live earlier today, I talked about reading certain books, right? Reading is fundamental. You must read the right books if you want to get better. If you want to get better at anything in your life, you gotta read. You gotta listen to the people's stories who have come before you that have gotten better. And now they are living the life of their dreams. You gotta read the books. You gotta attend the seminars. I cannot wait until I can get to a Tony Robbins seminar. If you have tickets, let me know. Or you know if I can buy some tickets. Because I cannot wait. That has been a dream of mine for the past few years. I remember driving in my car in New York when I used to take my kids to school. And I used to listen to Tony Robbins every day. And it was the same audio every day. The audio was Awaken the Giant Within. Guys, if you don't have that audio, if you never read the book, I love the audio because you hear his raspy voice and he's like telling you what to do and how he did it, right? You got to get in that feeling. You got to get in that state because certain people will get you in that state. People like Tony Robbins, people like Les Brown. I was so happy when I saw Les Brown speak on stage. And these are the people that's going to take you to where you want to go. If you take the time to invest in yourself and invest, when I say invest, yeah, you may have to spend some money, but a book doesn't cost a lot. An audio book is only like $4.95 or something like that, or $1.99. Invest in yourself. Read the book. Listen to the audios. Okay? Listen to those audios. I used to fall asleep with audios in my ear. And because of that, it took me out of a state of poverty, brokenness, trauma, feeling, low self-worth, low self-esteem. It took me out of that toxic relationship. It took me out of that space. And it put me in a space of abundance, prosperity, love, freedom. Because of personal development, guys. I remember one day my husband was telling me when I was married, I'm still married, I'm in the middle of a divorce, but when I was still there, I used to listen to these things in my ears every night. First of all, to tune him out. And second of all, so I can get in touch with who I was. And that night, we had our usual arguments. And I said, can you please leave me alone? I want to listen to my audio. You know what he told me? I don't like you listening to that stuff. And I said, excuse me? Like, I'm going to listen to what I need to listen to better myself. So I don't care. Your husband may not be on board. Your wife may not be on board. If they are on board, great. Beautiful. Like, you want a relationship like that. You want that. You want to be around people who support your dreams and your goals. You want to be around people who support your personal development. You want to be around people who understand where you're going, and they're going to say, you know what? I want to go too. That's what you want. You don't want to be around people that, condemn you and talk about you and say things about you to make you feel bad for wanting to better yourself. There's nothing worse than having people in your life that don't want to see you do better because they want you to stay where they are. So a lot of you are probably dealing with that, right? It's so hard nowadays to be in relationships where people are on the same page. It's really, really hard. One person wants to do something, the other person doesn't. One person wants to, grow and maybe see the world and do more things, do better things, change their lives. The other person wants to stay stuck. But if you can find somebody who's like you, and I'm telling you, when you start to engage in personal development, guess what happens? You're going to find somebody who's just like you. It's inevitable. You're going to find somebody who's just like you. Once you get rid of the old stuff, you got to personally develop. You got to make the moves and the changes that comes into your life. You can't hold on to stuff and be like, no, well, this is going to work on maybe give it a few more years. No, sometimes you got to let stuff go. You got to let old paradigms go. You got to let old beliefs go. You got to let people go. You're going to have to you have to change locations. That's what I did. I literally moved 2,000 miles away. But it didn't happen overnight. It was through a series of my personal development journey. This journey was years. It was years in the making. And I kept fighting. This is the thing, and this is what I want to talk to you about today. Are you fighting your personal development journey? Are you making excuses as to why you can't get to the next level? Are you making excuses as to why you can't go out there and be more so you can do more so that you can have more? Are you making excuses? Are you not seeing yourself as God created you to be? Do you see yourself as a creator? Because you are creators. Do you see yourself as a person who needs to be dependent on somebody or something to make you feel validated? You know, my whole relationship, and I'm sorry, I'm always bringing up my relationship, but that was a big chunk of my life. That was 20 years of my life, right? 20 years of it. So it's a huge part of my life, and it was such a learning lesson for me. But for 20 years of my life, I stifled who I was to please, right? And a lot of times we stifle who we are to please other people. We dim our light. We dim our light. We don't want people to know how great we are. I used to do this in school, to be honest. When I was little, I never wanted to raise my hand, even though I knew the answers. Like, I just always wanted to hide. I wanted to hide. First of all, I didn't want to be wrong, just in case. I always second guessed myself. I always doubted myself. I'm like, yeah, I know the answer, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I know the answer or not. Maybe somebody else knows. And then they say the exact same thing that I had in my head. I'm like, man, why didn't I answer the question? Have you ever been that way? Have you ever been in that situation, in that predicament? If so, say yes. Please give me some feedback. Thank you, Blue Soldier. Appreciate it. These are the things that we have to be mindful of here as human beings. What I've been having like these epiphanies lately, in my dreams. And I tell people to please pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams can speak a lot of volumes about what you are, who you are, what you're doing, circumstance that you're in. I strongly believe that because your dream is basically your subconscious giving you answers, right? We have something infinite being inside of us that gives us answers, right? God gives us answers all the time, but we have to listen. So, I've been having these dreams, and it wasn't just dreams, but then I wake up like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And then I see myself and I see the greater part of me, because before I go to bed, I always pray. And I say, God, what is it that I need to do? How can I X, Y, Z, right? I always ask these questions before I go to bed. And there are times where I'm just awakened in the middle of the night. It's nighttime. It's still dark. Don't have to go to the bathroom or anything. It's just like I'm up. And then I get these downloads. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how you're supposed to be doing it. And it seems so grandiose. And I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if I can do all that. Sure you can. Sure you can. And the way you can do it is because you know that you've been invested in yourself. You've been preparing for these moments all your life. But it's not going to happen if you haven't been preparing. It's not going to happen if you are still holding on to the old you. You have to become a totally different person. Totally different person. You got to show up in your life differently. You got to show up in your relationships differently. You want your relationship to work? You better show up differently. You better show up differently, especially if it's you, not your partner. You better show up differently. You're going to lose him or her. You better show up differently. Stop taking people for granted, right? These are the things. These are little things. Just reading a good relationship book, it will help you. Reading a great success book, a business book will help you to understand how to maneuver in the business world. I'm telling you, books are powerful. It's a shame most people don't read. People do not read. They don't read and they don't think for themselves anymore. You can't be like somebody else. I can't be like somebody else. I can only be me. I can learn from somebody else, but now I have to apply it to my own situation, my own experiences. What works for somebody else, I'm glad they gave me the blueprint, but I may have to tweak it a little bit to work for me because my needs are different. My audience is different. The way I speak is different. So it all starts though with the desire, guys, the desire to do, be, and have more. That's where it starts. And it should never end. You should always want more for yourself, more for your relationships, more for your family. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. There's nothing wrong with it. If you don't want anything, then why live? You want more so that you can do more things. You want more money so that you can help more people. You want more money so maybe be a little selfish. Take some more vacation. You have to understand that your desire will be granted if you continue to work on yourself. That's what I believe. And I believe that because I've seen it show up in my own life. I've seen it too many times. Too many times. I was to Jim Rohn this morning while I was walking around the lake doing my exercise. And he's talking about, and I've heard this talk before, but I like to listen to things over and over again. Why? Because repetition is the mother of mastery. You know, sometimes you hear stuff over and over like, oh, they said that already. Yeah, well, listen again, because I guarantee you, you're gonna hear something that you didn't hear before. You are going to hear something that you can apply to your life that can help you. So yeah, I've listened to this talk before, and so I listened to it again, and he was talking about, which I've heard before, but he said, your income is directly related to the amount of value that you bring to the marketplace. Let me repeat that again. Your income is directly related to the amount of value that you bring to the marketplace. So why do some people, and then he went on to say that, why do some people make $5 an hour and some people make $82 million a year? Who do you think is bringing more value? The $5 an hour person sweeping up the floors at McDonald's? Or the $82 million a year person who's building systems and creating content for people all around the world? Value. Understand that you have something of value to give to the world. You may think your little crocheting hobby, oh, nobody wants to hear about that. Yes, they do. You may think, oh, you may be a whistler, like you know how to whistle really well at different tones and octaves. You may think, oh, that's nothing. Yes, it is. It's something. It's something that people would be fascinated with. How do you think the circus came about? Like literally, people could have said, oh yeah, I know how to bend backwards and have my head all this way and that way, a contortionist. But nobody wants to see that. Yes, they do. They may be grossed out watching it, but they still want to see it. So we have to stop diminishing what we think we are and what we think we have. Because when we diminish that, we stay mediocre. I put that on my Facebook wall the other day. I tried being mediocre. It just didn't work for me. I tried being a good employee, get to work on time. Well, I was never really on time. That was the first reason how I knew I was not meant to be an employee. I was never on time. But I tried. I listened to the boss. I did what they said. But then there were things I didn't agree with. And I'm very outspoken. So I had to speak out about it. And I brought a lot of, uproar sometimes into the job because there were some things I wasn't settling for. And so me not to, uproot everybody and get everybody in uproar, I said, well, maybe I'm the one that can't stand this. Everybody else seems to be fine with it. Nobody's complaining but me. Yeah, they complain, but they don't say anything. They complain behind the boss's back. Me, I go to the boss. But I knew at that moment that I could not do this for the rest of my life. I knew at that moment that I had leadership abilities. I knew at that moment that I had an entrepreneur fiery spirit in me. Because by then, by the time I left my job, I had already done some major things in my life dealing with personal development. I used to run every day. I almost ran the New York City Marathon, which is 26.2 miles. I ran a half a marathon. So I was already in that space. I would listen to motivational music and talks. didn't know where that my life was leading. I had no idea that I was going to really become an entrepreneur. I had no idea. I really didn't. But I knew that I wanted more for my life. And the same goes for you. Think about what you're doing every day right now. What are your habits? What are your habits? What are you doing every single day? Are your habits serving you? Are they empowering habits? Are you exercising every morning? Are you drinking lots of water? Are you reading books? Are you listening to audios? What are you doing? What are you doing your pastime? I don't have a TV in my room because I don't want one. If I want to watch TV, I go out in the living room, which I barely watch TV. Once in a while, I like a good movie. I like to sit down with my kids and watch movies. But I could be doing so many more things besides just watching TV and wasting my time. TV is not going to make me money. TV is not going to help me to help other people. I need to make my own TV show. You need to make your own. What is it that you're passionate about? You need to make your own TV show. But you can't do that if you're not personally developed. You won't be able to do it because you're going to fear yourself or the, success or failure. You're going to have a fear of it. You're going to think you're not good enough. You're going to think nobody wants to see me on TV. You're going to think your message is not good enough. You're going to say, I don't have anything to say. This is all a lack of personal development. This is what you're going to think about yourself. When you start to engage in personal development, you see yourself differently. You see yourself as someone who has passion and purpose and someone who is out there making a difference, even if it's a small difference, because we all know you got to start small before you get to the big difference. Because these books that you read, books such as, these books that I was talking about earlier today, these are just some of my books. These books, if you have drive, you know how to communicate with people and not be a total, I want to say a-hole. When you know how to deal with people and deal with your emotions, when you know how your mindset works, when you understand that you're a badass and like nothing can stop you from reaching your goals and your dreams, when you read these things, it empowers you. When you know that you're great, because what is greatness? Greatness comes from within. You think somebody's great because they were born great? Yes, they were born great because we're all born great. But let me tell you something. Guess what? We forget how great we are when we're born. We forget. And some of the greatest people on earth are handicapped. Just look at Steve Hawkins, who died not too long ago. Look at that man. And you would say, if that were you, would you have done the things that he's done? Consider him the smartest man in the world. He knew how to use that brain of his. That's all you need. But the problem is our brain plays tricks on us. That's why we need books. And we need mentors too. Books are not enough because you need mentors. You can read a whole lot of books, but if you don't have the capacity to put all the knowledge together into a concrete plan, now you're spinning your wheels. You can have all this knowledge, but you don't do anything with it. But most people who read books, good books, I ain't talking about Harlequin romance novels. I'm talking about books that'll teach you something, books that'll help you to grow. You can't help but grow, guys. You can't help but grow. You're going to see yourself as a millionaire. You're going to see yourself as a multi-millionaire business owner. You're going to see yourself as a pioneer. You're going to see yourself as a leader. You're going to see yourself as that person that has a purpose, and you're going to do great things. It just comes with the territory. And if you don't, you're going to be what? Mediocre. So many people hate their jobs. So many people hate their jobs. And it's not that I hated my job. I just hated going to work every day. I hated the fact that my freedom was taken away. That's what I hated. I mean, I like to teach. People tell me I was a great teacher. And I used to have teachers' assistants with me, and they used to tell me how great of a teacher I was, like how I was respectful to the teachers' assistants. They would say, some teachers are just so rude, but you're nice, you're not rude. I was good with the kids loved me. but I didn't like the system. I didn't like the way it was all set up. And I understood that if I continued to gain some knowledge and to make some decisions and make some goals and create a plan for myself, I could be out of that situation. I wanted to be home with my own kids. As much as I love my kids that I worked with, I wanted to be home with my own kids. I wanted to show my kids a different way besides just going to work and complaining and coming home and complaining about your paycheck. I want to show my kids that they can make their own money. Matter of fact, right before I got on here, we were doing this Mexican candy challenge. So, you know, my daughter got this Mexican candy. Of course, I bought it. But anyway, she has a YouTube channel, and she creates slime. She has her own slime Etsy shop, which she sells slime, and she does, like, you know, these little things like the Japanese candy review. So today she did a family Mexican candy review. I didn't really like the candy, but this is the thing she does. She's creating her own economy at 13. She's got her YouTube channel up. She has her online store. She's made some a few sales, and she stays consistent with her content. So that's what I want to teach my kids. They wouldn't do any of that if they didn't see mommy on YouTube. She told me the other day, she said, "Mommy, I Googled your name and I saw your name all on I saw your name on Google." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all over Google," right? But this is what you want to do, right? What is it that you want to do? You got to understand that you got to know what you want. You can't get anything if you don't know what you want. And I think that's most people's problems. They just don't know what they want. Oh, I want to make money. All right. So, okay, like, yeah, we all want to make money. But how much money do you want to make? And why do you want to make it? Why don't you have that money now? That's the question. Oh, it's my job. No, it's not your job. It's you. It's not your job. We've gotten so used to blaming everything else on our lack, right? Our lack of whatever, our lack of this. Like, I can talk about my relationship and say, yeah, well, you know, my marriage was no good because of my husband. No. Like, that would just be so wrong. So wrong in so many ways. If he was so bad, why did I marry him? Right? That's what you gotta ask. Like, no, it wasn't all him. It takes two to have a relationship, right? And I understand that. I understand what went wrong and what went right. I understood that it just wasn't right for me anymore. The problems are inside. Yes, absolutely, Ryan. The solutions are inside too. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Personal development. That's what it's all about. It's all in here. Everything is here. Everything. First you get the thought, then you get the feeling, right? And a lot of times we may get the thought, but we don't have the feeling. We have to get the feeling. You want to be successful? You got to get the feeling of success. You got to already know that you've obtained it. You can't just be wishing, hoping, and praying, crossing your fingers. No, you got to be like, I got this. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to, I remember before I even made my first $10,000 online, I was like, I mean, it was all over my computer. Like, I already made it. I make $10,000 a month. Like, that was all in my head. It was all around me. I had the little Post-it notes. Like, I already knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when, even though I had my timeline. It didn't happen on my timeline, but it did happen because I remained consistent. I stayed the course, right? And that's what happens even with your personal development. You got to stay the course. You got to stay the course and don't let your ego get in the way, because ego can kick your butt. Don't be like, oh yeah, I made this and I can kick back. No, you got to keep doing exactly what you did to get where you were. Just like if you exercising, right? You want to lose 50 pounds, let's just say. So you exercising every day, you eating right, you doing it. And then you lose your 50 pounds. You can't just be like, all right, now, hey, I got 50 pounds, to kick back, start eating chips again. And hello, guess what's going to happen? You got to keep doing exactly what you started to do. So my friends, I just want to encourage you all to start dealing in personal development. Look up people like Jim Rohn. Look up Les Brown. Look up all these Tony Robbins. Look up these people, Brendan Burchard. These are the people that I started out with. These are the people that I used to listen to, and I still continue. I just told you, I was listening to Jim Rohn this morning. I first listened to Jim Rohn almost 17 years ago. But back then, I didn't know nothing from nothing. Like I was not there. Even though I listened to him, because I was told to listen to him because I was in network marketing, I listened to him, but I didn't understand anything he was saying, to be honest. I didn't really pay attention. Put it that way. I listened, but I wasn't paying attention. I heard him, but I wasn't listening. I heard him, but I was not listening. I wasn't ready. And the thing is now, you got to get ready because things are changing in the world. You got to get ready. Do you want your financial independence? Do you want to be a leader? Do you want to be stronger? Do you want to make your own decisions? Do you want to have a business? Do you want to be free? Time freedom. Do you want that stuff? What is it that you want? What is it? And do you see yourself doing it? I remember when I first started my business, I saw myself helping people. I saw myself coaching and training and doing all the stuff, mentor. Like this is what I saw. I didn't know exactly how it was going to happen, but I saw myself speaking. I saw it. And I wrote it down like, this is what I want to do. Because I know if I could just touch people and help them to change their mindsets, help them to, gain some skills. Because what does the Bible say? You can teach him, you can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. This is what you do when you engage in personal development. You're feeding yourself for a lifetime. But you got to continue to feed yourself. It's food. Every time you go to a seminar, that's food. You want to write your notes down. You want to take good notes and bring those notes back to you. Review them. And if you're in business, share them. I share a lot of my notes that I've been in seminars, but I share a lot of my content here on my channel and on Facebook and in my blogs. That's what I do. A lot of stuff, I didn't make it up. I didn't make up these things about personal development. I didn't make it. This was way before me, way before I even knew anything about personal development. But personal development changed my life. It changed the way I saw myself. It changed the way I interacted with others. It changed the way I did my business. It changed the way I did everything. It changed the way I spoke to myself. Because guys, I grew up broke, poor, on public assistance. A shy little girl. I was afraid of my own shadow. Like literally, I thought I didn't raise my hand in school. These are the things this is how I saw myself. Why? Because my parents were abusive. So I didn't see myself as someone confident. I didn't feel love. I didn't feel none of that stuff. Half the time, I didn't even know if my parents loved me or not. I don't even think I ever heard my parents tell me they loved me. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Maybe I'm blocking it out in my memory. Hopefully not, because if my parents loved me, that would have been great to hear it. But I didn't feel loved. I remember the abuse. I don't remember the love, right? And so because of that, a lot of those feelings and emotions carried me through my life. And because of that, that's why I attracted the wrong people in my life. Relationships, wrong people. People wanted to fight. Because I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight people. I was angry. I was upset. I didn't feel, I felt less than. So I had to have a whole mindset shift. Everything I had to change, everything that I thought that was real, I had to change about myself. And it took some work. It took a lot of inner work. It took a lot of inner work. When I say I read every book that I could find, they told me to read the books. I read the books. They told me to listen to audios. I listened to audios. They told me to go to workshops and seminars. I went to the workshops and the seminars. And that's how I can sit before you today and give you some insight as to where I've been and to where I am now. My life has totally changed around. I have great people in my life now. I love myself. I adore myself, God has brought me a long way. But it wasn't because I was just sitting there praying. No, I was doing the work. Yes, I prayed now. I prayed. But I did the work. I did the work. I made a decision to change my life. Because otherwise, I could still be in the same place where I was. I made those decisions to show up differently. I made those decisions to eat better. I made those decisions to exercise. I made these decisions. Nobody else did. I made the decision to start my own business. I made the decision to create my own programs. I made the decisions to coach and mentor people. I made those decisions. What decisions are you making? What decisions do you want to make but haven't? What decisions are keeping you stuck in your current situation? What do you want to change about yourself? What areas of your life needs growth and healing? What areas of your life are holding you back from reaching abundance, prosperity, health, love, healing, financial independence? Where is the stagnation? I just want you to think about that. Because right now, I am about to start a program, and it's called Get Unstuck. That's what it's called. It's called Get Unstuck. And it's going to deal with all of these issues that so many of us are dealing with. And I believe that more people on the planet are dealing with these issues than not. Self-worth, low self-worth. Self-love. People say all day long, I love myself. But do you really? If you loved yourself, would you allow certain people to do certain things to you? If you loved yourself, don't you think you deserve to make as much money as you want and be financially independent? Be your own boss? You got to think, are you just saying that you love yourself, or do you really, really, truly love yourself? Because I know there was a time somebody asked me, do you love myself? Yeah, I love myself. But I was drinking. I was always upset about something. That's not self-love. Because when you love yourself, it radiates. Like literally, it radiates from your being. It radiates from your aura. It radiates from your spirit. And guess what? You will be the first person to love other people. Like that's why I love to say, I love you guys. Like I love to say that. I love you guys because I do. I may not know you, but I know that we are kindred spirits. My spirit will recognize your spirit, even through this internet. And I send a spirit of love to all of you because I know people are hurting. People are in pain. People are not living their best life. And I'm not even talking about money, guys, because money, you can make money doing anything. I'm talking about digging deep. People are in pain from their past, from their present. They're afraid of the future. There's so much going on in this world today. And as a collective consciousness, we all feel it. And it has a certain energy vibe. And you can take that on if you're not careful. And you start to worry about other people's problems that has nothing to do with you. And that can put you in depression. Little do you know. Some of you probably already in depression because you like taking in people's energies. I want to help you get unstuck. I want to help you and show you what I've done for myself, my life, as a single woman on this earth that was married for 20 years, broke free of what I like to call a toxic relationship to no fault of anybody. I'm not going to say he or she didn't. No. It was the relationship itself. What is a relationship? When two people do not come together in harmony, that's toxic. Right? That's toxic. And I want to show you how to break free of that, how to clear yourself of that, how to understand what money is, how to bring more abundance into your life, how to bring more money into your life. Yes, some of you probably have Shopify stores and this and that, right? I have Shopify stores. I talk to a lot of people who have Shopify stores, and they want to make, I talked to somebody today, she said she want to make $10,000 a week. I'm just like, have you ever made $10,000 a week before? Do you know what it takes to make $10,000? People want the easy fix. There is no easy fix. Nothing in this world comes easy. You got to work at it. And you got to work at it like your life depends on it, because it does. God forbid you get fired tomorrow from that cushy job that you have. What will you do? What will you do? Why wait until something like that happens when you can work on yourself now, set yourself up, and then have options? I like to have options. I don't like anything holding me pigeonholed. I like to have options. Wouldn't that be great to be able to have an option, whether you want to go to work or not, whether you want to stay at that job or not, because you know you already building up something great over here. You don't even need that if you if you don't want it. That's options. And that's great. So like I said, what I want to do for you guys, I want to offer you my Unstuck program, Get Unstuck program. For those of you on YouTube, there is a link here. The Unstuck sales page is there. For those of you on Instagram, I'll just type it in here for you guys. But this program is going to be an ongoing program that is going to help you get unstuck. It's going to help you understand how to maneuver in this world that we live in right now. Because like I said, things are changing. And so in order for you to go along with the changes, you are going to have to change. You're going to have to change what you think about yourself. You're going to have to change what you feel about others. And you're going to have to change the way you do things. I'm just writing this in for the Instagram peeps. I appreciate all of you for coming on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. You're going to have to do things differently, all right? You're going to have to understand that technology is taking over everything. Artificial intelligence is going to take over everything. Even our money is changing. Cryptocurrency is going to take over. I saw a post today. One of my mentors posted that the New York Times posted that cryptocurrency is going to be on. Hey, Raisa. Cryptocurrency is going to be on the stock market exchange. They're going to have a cryptocurrency exchange. So listen, things are changing, guys. If you don't have the cryptocurrency, I don't know why. You're probably scared. Again, there's that fear, right? The fear, oh my gosh, it's going down. So what? What goes down comes back up. You've got to learn how to invest. So these are the things I'm going to be talking about in the Get Unstuck course. It's not really a course. I want to say a program, Get Unstuck program, because it's an ongoing program. It's a program that you can do at your leisure, but I'm going to be showing up in it every week. It'll be starting soon. I said I was going to do it on the 15th. I may have to push it back a little bit because I don't have as many of the modules that I want, and I just want to get this message out to a few more people. But yeah, it's going to be an Unstuck program, and it's going to be ongoing, and you can get your membership for only $25. $25 a month will ensure that you have the modules every day. I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of principles about personal development, self-improvement, getting unstuck, becoming a leader, leadership skills. I'm going to be sharing all this stuff with you all. And this is going to be, I think this is going to change the lives of a lot of people. This is something that I feel has been my purpose. Yes, I've helped a lot of people, with business online and all that stuff. But this right here, because I know the inside is what manifests on the outside. Whatever you got going on the inside, you're going to see it on the outside. So if you got lack going on the inside, lack of self-love, a lot of self-doubt, all this stuff, you are going to see that on the outside. And I don't want you to see that. I want you to see love on the outside. I want you to see beauty on the outside. I want you to see freedom. on the outside. I want you to feel freedom. I want you to feel love. I want you to feel all this great stuff that God has for you. That's what I want you to feel. That's what I want you to see. When I open up my eyes in the morning, because I live in such a beautiful place now. It's just gorgeous out here. I used to live in a 3-bedroom apartment, and it was 5 of us, and we had 1 bathroom. Guys, this was just a year ago. That's where I was. Currently, I live in a 6-bedroom house, 4.5 bathrooms. I have a lake right in front of my house. When I say it's gorgeous, I take my little dog out. We go walking. My kids and I, we ride the bike. I mean, when I say beauty, love, abundance, prosperity, you can have this too. I mean, I don't know if you want to live in Florida. It's kind of hot here. I think I kind of want to go towards the beach now. Everybody keeps telling me, you live in Orlando, you should be near the beach. I don't know. Maybe I'll migrate to the beach. I don't know. But it's beautiful. Like, I can't help but be thankful and grateful for my life, and thankful and grateful for all the people who have come into my life and all the people whose lives I've come into. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Oh, see, right here as I speak. You're so welcome. See, that's love. Thank you for sending a spirit of love, Danielle. I love you too. You've helped me so much. Little do you know. That is beautiful. And this is what I want to do. I want to help people from the bottom of my heart. I mean, if anybody has worked with me, you all know that I do everything from my heart. Of course, I don't have a whole lot of time because I'm helping so many people. I'm doing one-on-ones, like literally, like every day. My calendar is so full. But I'll sit here all day to do one-on-ones with people because I want to see you succeed. That's me. I do favors. Like, I break up people's one-on-one sessions. If they're supposed to have an hour session, I'll give them 2 half-hour sessions, just so they can have more time with me. That's what I do because I love what I do and I love people. And I want to see you. I want to see you manifest your dreams. I want to see you be home with your kids. I want to see you not have to ever worry about money ever again. I want to see you live your best life. I want to see you move to your dream home. I want to see all that happen for you. I was a little shy girl on public assistance, afraid to open my mouth to speak in school. I barely had any friends because I was so shy I couldn't even make friends. That's what I was. That's what I was. And to see where I've been and where I've come such a long way. And it's because of the actions that I took and the decisions that I made, my faith, my commitment to myself and my children. Everything I do is for my kids. Everything. They are my driving force. They are my driving force. And I want to be that prime example for them. Yes, the other day, my son comes into the office and he holds out his hand, his arms. And I'm like, what? He's like, come here. So I stood up out of my chair and he just hugged me tightly. He's like, Ma, I love you and I appreciate you. He's like, I don't think you hear it enough. But I just want to know that I'm so thankful and I love you and I appreciate you. Of course, it teared me up. I'm a crybaby. But my kids see, what I do. And, I have a great relationship with my kids. Beautiful relationship with my kids. And it's just us. It's just me and them against the world. Like, that's what it is. And I will never let any harm come to them. I will always make sure I'm providing for them. And I do it from my heart. Like, everything I do, every course that I create, every program that I create, every time I sit down with somebody on a coaching session, I sit down with my heart. It's not about the money because the money always comes to me. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Why? Because my mission and my passion is helping people from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I got to learn how, yes, you got to know how to make money, but don't let money create a monster in you. Money So sometimes people say, oh, money is the root of all evil. No, it's not the money. It's the person. Remember, I talked about that ego. It's that ego that creates the monster. Don't let money go to your head. Don't let money take you over. Don't let money control you. You're more than that. You control the money. Money doesn't control you. So, recently I've been diving in. I've taken T. Harv Eker's money course before. What's the name of this money course? I took his The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Great book. He has a course that goes with it too. You can buy the course if you want. But look up that book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. If you want to learn how to, save your money, not save it, right? We don't save it to hold on to. We invest money. That's what money is for. It's for investments. You don't want to save it, because when you save it, save for a rainy day, guess what? The rainy day is going to come. It's always going to come if you save for a rainy day. No, you invest your money like the rich people do, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hopefully you guys know that book. There's a great other book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Talks to you about what to do. Spend your 70% and you save your 30%. You invest it. You do passive investments, active investments, and you give to charity. Right? As a matter of fact, I got to give somebody some money for charity today. I'll probably give it to her tomorrow. But yeah, you want to do those things, because when you give back, the universe rewards you. So guys, hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. I'm very passionate about what I do, as you guys can see. I'm very passionate. Whenever I put my hands on something, I'm passionate about it. I go all in with full force. And so this is something that I'm going to be passionate about. I'm going to be going all in with full force with this new program. I would encourage you, please, if you're on YouTube, then there's a link below. Just click it. You can choose the $25 and you can cancel at any time. Just give it a shot. Pay your $25 today, and I'm going to start uploading the content. You're going to have your own membership site, and we're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep, and I'm going to help you to reach your goals. I'm going to help you to create that life that you want. I'm going to help you to create that person that you want to become, so that you can be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because first you have to create this inside. Right? You may have external forces going on. You may be in a bad relationship like how I was, but I'm going to tell you something. What I did, I'm going to show you what I did. Even when I was in my bad relationship, I was still making money from home. I was still running my business. I didn't let anything stop me. Nothing. And I came into my own. And that was the first time in a long time that I had really, shown my power. I stepped into my power, and I'm going to talk about that probably my next workshop is going to be called Stepping Into Your Power. I am writing a book, so a lot of my experiences are going to be written down on paper. I'm writing just about every other day, and I'm going to turn it into a book. I'm thankful for a friend of mine that I've met since I've been here in Florida. So there's a lot of things that you want to do, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that you've been through that you can share with others. You're probably afraid right now. You're probably like, I don't want to tell anybody what I'm going through. Well, you don't have to tell anybody what you're going through right now. But what you need to do right now is to start working on your personal development, so that you don't have to go through it in the future. Because what you go through right now, you working on. You should be working on yourself. You don't have to be like, yeah, well, I'm in a bad relationship. I'm in an abusive relationship. No. When I was in my relationship, nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody, because I knew that I was going to get out of it. Only thing I did was focus on myself, focus on healing myself. Even while I was there, I focused on me. And, that was how I was able to move myself from it. I was already far removed from it, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and physically, physically meaning, no intimacy and all that stuff to get to really go in deep. But yeah, and then I left, right? And in the workshops, I'm going to be talking about that. When you're in a toxic relationship, that intimacy part, that's something that you're going to have to cut out. But we'll talk about that. And I'm going to talk about how I did it. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be talking about in that program, and I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of personal experiences, and we're going to dive deep. We're going to get deep into, what it is that's holding you back. because there's something holding you back from being where you want to be, because otherwise you would be where you want to be, right? Something's holding you back. And it's a lack of self-belief. It's a lack of self-confidence. It's a fear. And fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real, right? It appears that it's real. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared, but it's not real. You can turn your fears into confidence right away. There's things that you can do. I studied NLP. There's things that you can do, like literally to turn yourself around really quickly in a second, in an instant. So we're going to be talking all about that stuff in the program. So hopefully you guys will join me. I'll be doing some more, live streams here and talking about different topics. Even if you don't join the program, hopefully you have enjoyed this content and you've learned some things. I gave you some great resources, some great books, some great people that you can follow, some great books that you can read. So hopefully, you enjoyed this and you got something out of it. If you did, please, let me know in Instagram, send me some hearts or whatever, on Facebook, on YouTube. Please subscribe to this new channel that I have here. This channel is going to be all about this type of content, personal development, self-improvement, relationships, all that kind of stuff to help you move forward, to help you empower yourself, because we need more empowered people in the world. We have enough disempowered people that just go with the flow, people that just, go with it as sheep. No, we need more. We need more lions out there and lionesses, right? So I got my big hair. I'm a lioness, right? We need more of us out there. And I'm here to help you step into that. You're so welcome, Raisa. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. You're always around, Raisa. I love you. I can't wait to meet you one day. So, all right, that's it for me, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Click that link on YouTube. There is the link here on Instagram as well. If you are, ready to work with me and help to let me empower you. Most of you have seen my journey. Well, most of you, I don't know about all of you, but most of you have seen my journey. If you haven't, go back through my timeline on Facebook. You can meet me on Facebook at Danielle K. Howell 1. You can meet me on, go back to my YouTube channel, not this one, but my other one. Maybe I'll put the link here. But I've been at this for a while. Go read my blog, youronlinesuccesscoach.com, youronlinesuccesscoach.com. I'm just here to help empower the world, guys, and one person at a time. You're so welcome, Asia. You're so welcome. Thank you, T. Lyons. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.